Hey, everybody, and welcome back to The Veterinary Optimist. I am your host, Jennifer Evans. Today, it's going to look a little different. A few months ago, I had the distinct pleasure of stopping in one of my all-time favorite veterinary hospitals down in Boerne, Texas. And I got to really connect with a lot of the technicians there. So this episode is us just having a little bit of fun. We talk about some of our biggest client fails, and we even play a game called Never Have I Ever, Technician Edition. There's some pretty incredible answers on here. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. And we're going to start the episode with hearing from a few technicians on their biggest client fails.
Okay, we're going to kick this off with our first vet tech today. Okay, tell me your name.
Shelby,
Okay, Shelby, and how long have you been a vet tech?
about 12 years.
Okay, tell me, what is your biggest client fail?
Biggest client fail, middle of COVID, curbside, 2-hour waits on walk-ins. Lady drops her dog off in a panic, can't poop. Tried and tried all morning, can't get anything out. So take the dog back, it's in a kennel. I'm trying to just get TPRs so that we can get through things. Go to take a temperature on this dog, and its little bum is completely occluded by a mat and poop. There is nothing getting past this roadblock. So give it a little sanitary shave, take it outside, big healthy poop,
Oh,
call mom. Hey, you can leave her here for 2 more hours to have a doctor tell you she's fine, or you can come pick her up and watch her at home.
oh my gosh, I love that. And we've all been there before because we've all come across the matted back in. Okay, so I guess the good thing to this is that the dog didn't poop on you, because that could have been a whole nother story.
It didn't. And in mom's defense, it was a black dog.
Oh, that's kind. You're kind. Okay, I love that.
This next one actually is not so much a client fail, but a tech fail. And I love that Jose was willing to share this with us. Let's listen into what he has to say.
Okay, we're back with another technician. Tell me, what's your name?
My name is Jose Medina. I've been a veterinary technician for about 10 years.
I'm not going to call this a client fail, Jose.
No, this is
I'm
my
going to
fail.
call this a tech fail.
Oh,
But
yeah.
can you tell me this story really quick?
Yeah, there was a dog that had previously, recently been euthanized, and I was walking by, and there was a euthanized patient with a towel over it, and I was like, well, let me make sure that he's warming up, and so I decided to take the temperature check on this patient, and I guess the doctor who was on the case was like, Jose, what are you doing? I was like, I just want to make sure that he's warming up, right? Because he looks cold. So yeah, he had been deceased for.
I bet he was really cold.
Yeah, he was very cold. I
Mm.
kind of got scared, but
Would you say he gave you the cold shoulder?
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
Next up, we have Katie. Let's hear what Katie has to say about one of her most memorable client fails.
Hi, Katie. How long have you been a vet tech?
I have been a vet tech for just under 6 years in the clinic setting. I worked for large animal on a farm beforehand.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Outside of clinics.
I love that. So out of all of those years, what is your biggest client fail?
This one stands out. It's pretty funny. A lady came in with a small dog that had initially had something like a wound or something, but it ended up being like a ruptured cyst on its back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she had started explaining topical things she had tried at home, and she turned to me and the doctor in the room and said, well, I put Vicks on it to see if that would help. And it took all of our self-control not to just bust out laughing, because she was completely serious, and it happens. And we were like, oh, okay. That's new. So, we cleaned it up, gave her some like antibiotic wipes, I believe, to wipe with it. And then she's like, at the end of the appointment, she had asked when I came back in the room to discharge her, she goes, should I continue to put Vicks on it at home? And we had to seriously tell her, please do not continue to do that. Don't put Vicks on wounds.
Vicks is not needed. However, I will say this. We've all been in that situation where we were going to manifest something. Maybe in her mind, she was manifesting healing of this wound with Vicks because, that's what she saw happening. So,
Yeah.
oh gosh, that would have been a good one. You know what that reminds me of too is like whenever we're in rooms and people bring their pets in and they're covered in oils,
Oh yeah.
and it's a way to like not only calm them down but keep fleas away and all of this stuff, essential oils. And I'm like, fleas are hardcore, and I've never seen essential oils really work on it, but I guess I'm always open to being
Oh,
surprised.
they stink so bad.
They
It's like
really
so
do.
strong and they're oily, and I'm like, how is this nice underdog
At
scoop?
all.
Like,
At
I'm like,
all.
I gotta go wash my hands now.
Small disclaimer, I don't think that all essential oils are bad. I think that they're difficult when the pets are covered in essential oils and they get on our scrubs and the smells stay with us all day long, and they are used for the purpose of fleas. Mainly because in my experience, I have not seen them work well for fleas. Other people might feel differently. I just wanted to make sure I threw that out there. All right, let's move on to our next technician.
All right, we're here with another technician. Tell me, what's your name?
SJ.
Hi, SJ. How long have you been a vet tech?
I think 2 years now or 3. I lost count.
Okay. Okay. So you are on the younger side of veterinary medicine. I
Yes.
love that. Okay. Tell me, in your years that you've been in vet med, what is your biggest client fail to this point?
I think it was actually sort of recent. We had a dog come in presenting for hair loss in the hind end. Owner says it can't be fleas because she's been giving him flea medication that she's been buying at Walmart. It was obviously fleas. They were hopping off of the dog.
Really?
Very, very obvious that it was fleas.
Did you tell her whenever?
I mean, I didn't say anything when I first saw it. I was like, okay, it's not fleas. All right. As soon as I brought him to the back to get his TPR, they're hopping everywhere. And I was like, it's not fleas.
Okay, wait. So I've got another more seasoned vet tech in here with me right now, and I'm going to ask her, Sam, tell me this. Would you have said to the owner, "Oh, look, I see the fleas right here that you think are not here"?
Absolutely.
I would have pointed them out in a heartbeat. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, next time that happens, be like, "Hey, listen. I mean, I'm just trying to help you better understand what to look for. This is a flea." Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Once I took him back into the room, I had mentioned to her, like,
Yeah.
I saw a couple of fleas hopping off of him.
You're
She
still so kind and
I
like not so forward with the clients yet. A few more years from now, you're gonna see the flea when you walk in the door, and you're like, "This right here, that's a." Before you even take them to the bag, I'm like, "That's a flea."
On this last clip of Biggest Client Fails, we talk with Taylor. And you'll notice at the end of her biggest client fail, we just jump right into the technician never have I ever game. These just had me cracking up, and I'm pretty excited to see if you all feel the same way. Let's listen in to what Taylor has to say.
Okay, we have another tech here with us today. Tell me, what's your name?
My name's Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. How long have you been a veterinary technician?
For 10 years.
Okay, I love that. Tell me, what is your biggest client fail?
I have 2.
Okay.
A small one and a larger one.
Okay.
I had a client and a patient come in actually like a month ago. And they were dropping off our laceration repair. And he said he just wanted to make sure that the pet was not in pain. So could we seduce the pet first?
Oh.
And I paused and I was like, and I think he saw the confusion on my face. And he was like, well, you're going to seduce her, right? She's going to be seduced. And I was like, we don't do that here. But yes, we will sedate your pet.
I am less painful if I'm being seduced, so I
Yes.
completely understand
Yeah.
where he was coming from.
It's like
with
we
that.
no longer offer that service.
Yeah.
But
That says like an extra $100.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I love
And
that
then
one.
my other one, this happened when I was like a baby tech. We had a client come in. He brought in his like 2-year-old neutered lab. He said it had a ton of masses on its abdomen. And we were like, okay. So we went in, did the exam. The vet was like, I don't see any masses. I don't feel anything. Can you point out where these masses are? He pointed to nipples. And she was like, oh, no, those are your dog's nipples. And he was like, no, male animals don't have nipples. Like, that's for nursing. And she was like, well, sir, you have nipples. Are you nursing anything? And the wife just started cracking up. So
Did the doctor call out?
oh, 100%.
Oh my gosh!
She
I love that.
literally-
It reminds me of that movie Meet the Fockers, where he's like, "I can milk anything."
Yes,
with
yes.
this."
She was like, no, sir, you have nipples too.
That is awesome. It's
Yeah.
funny because I had Katie in here earlier,
Mhm.
and we totally talked about this a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah?
And I'm gonna jump right into part 2 with you
Yeah.
because I can already tell this is going to be a perfect
No.
leeway to this. So we're actually not even going to pause this clip. We're going to jump right in. Okay. So I asked a couple of questions, and we have this game called Never Have I Ever Veterinary Support Staff Edition.
Okay.
And one of the questions on here is told a client, "Oh, that's just a nipple."
Oh, yeah.
Done that.
Yep.
Check.
I've had a lady pull one off because she thought it was a tick. Uh-huh.
Pull one of her pet's nipples
off.
off.
A basset hound pulled off the whole nipple.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Okay. Well,
Yep.
seems like maybe that basset could have done without that nipple anyway if
it's
it popped
fine.
off like that. So better than pulling her own off. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you a couple more of
Okay.
these. Okay. Have you ever been embarrassed by your own pet's behavior?
Oh, yes. My basset hound, I can only trim her nails here because she howls and
Well,
screams
you
at
have
home.
a basset
I
hound.
do. Yeah.
That-
but still.
I mean, they make up for it with their ears, but
Yeah.
okay. So here's another one. Had a drama-free nail trim on a pug.
Oh, no, that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Katie said earlier that she had one, and I said no.
No.
I think that pet was sedated.
It was not a real puck.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Ever heard the words Rockwilder, Bordello shot, or spaded?
Oh, yes. We have that constantly.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
We had a board Trello one time. That's a good one. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a couple more.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever had an owner pet you instead of pet their pet?
Oh, constantly.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. It's
Yeah.
the most uncomfortable thing.
Yeah.
And then it's
Just
kind of
stand
like
there.
you like stand there and you're like, I'm going to make uncomfortable
Just-
eye contact.
that's what I
with you.
do.
Yeah, because whenever we do, you're going to recognize that
Yes.
you're essentially filling me up
Yes,
right now.
exactly. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I finally found my voice in that whole situation of like, hey, can you step back a little?
Yeah.
Please.
I need
You
to
know,
do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
just sit there.
yeah. I was like that for a long
It's fine.
time.
I'm just being seduced.
Maybe you have to pay the client.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do one more here.
Okay.
This one's a little bit more of a serious one, but I'm curious. Have you ever seen a client FaceTime or Snapchat at a euthanasia?
Oh no.
Yeah, so I had
Oh.
an entire FaceTime call one time where they had the room set up, they brought in roses, they had
Oh.
like oils in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there was this whole thing, and then they had a child who was overseas, and they wanted them because it was their childhood dog.
Oh,
The kid's like
no.
22 now, but had grown up with it, and like we had the computer in there, the mom,
Oh
the
my
dog,
God.
and like this entire setup. And I was like, you don't know how to like,
No.
You're looking at
You're
it-
like, am I in your
and
view?
you don't know who to empathize with
Yeah.
because like they're on camera and you
Do
can't
you look at the
touch 'em
camera or the
reach 'em.
person? Yeah.
you-
Like
So, and I'm such a physical touch person. I
Yeah.
like to like comfort people by
Yeah.
touching their arm or something. And I'm like, do I pat the computer screen?
oh,
Like, how do we
no,
do this?
Just wave.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, this has been fantastic.
See, the never have I ever. That's pretty funny. We'll continue on with Jose.
Okay, we have Jose back. He's actually going to do a couple questions with me on the Never Have I Ever Veterinary Support Staff Edition. Jose,
Right.
tell me, have you ever gotten anal glands in your mouth?
Yeah, definitely on the lips for sure.
It's
It
the
was-
worst thing.
Yeah, I first started. I wanted to see what was going on back there, and I guess the staff purposely, because I just started, I was green. So when I first started, I was wanting to see what they were doing back there, and they didn't tell me. So they just like, he's gonna find out.
Oh
And
my
so,
gosh.
yeah, right.
That's hazing at its worst.
It is right on the lips.
So actually, I was a very seasoned technician when it happened to me, and I used to be just like so proud that I never got anything. I don't know if it was in my mouth, but it was definitely on my face. And I used to be so proud, and I remember thinking, "Oh, this one's clogged. I wonder if there's something blocking it." And all I was doing is just a little bit of like support to feel the clog. And then I look back there, and I move one little thing out of the way, and I mean, it flies out like it had been waiting for. I couldn't move fast enough.
Oh, yeah.
So okay. All right, let's see. Have you ever heard the words Rockwilder, Bordello shot, or spaded?
Oh yeah. What is it? Portobello.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're here for the Portobello
Yeah,
injection. It's
The
like
Bordello.
the Bordello, Portobello. Yeah,
I need
Yeah.
triflexes.
yeah. Samerica. That's a new one.
Oh,
I've heard
yeah.
Samerica.
Okay, well, I mean, I know that they have the best of intentions,
Yeah, yeah.
but it definitely keeps us smiling throughout the
They're
day.
staying patriotic with the Samerica.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, so how about this one? Accidentally glued, stapled, or needle stabbed yourself.
Ooh, yeah. I put the wrong gauge needle back on a cap, and I think it was a 20 gauge. It went right through a 22 gauge
Mm.
and went right into my finger.
Mm.
Yeah.
We had a dog wake up from this is a good story, but we had a dog wake up one time from porcupine quills.
Hmm.
And we had given it Dex and everything. And, you know, sometimes you have a slow wake up and sometimes you have a rapid wake up. Well, we had reversed the animal because we got all the quills out. We were ready to get him into a cage and we were giving a Rimadyl injection. Well, you know, you do that with 20 gauge needle.
Oh yeah.
And this dog, I mean, the second the antecedent hit its bloodstream, it popped up off the table ready for to just terrorize everything. And in that process, that needle was undone and went right through my doctor's hand.
Oof.
And I just remember I was right by him, and I just remember thinking, I hate this for you, but I am grateful for me.
Oh man, there was we're doing subcute fluids with an 18 gauge needle. It was a large amount of volume that we were giving, and when the other technician I was holding, and when they dropped the needle out of their hands, and it just fell right into my arm, and so I had an 18 gauge needle just sitting there.
Gosh, the things we go through. Okay, last one for you. Have you ever had an owner show you their rash or surgical scar?
Yes, I had a client who had back surgery, and they were showing me all their images on their phone. They're like, yeah, and they were like, I'm not trying to hit on you. I just want you to see that you know, some of the reasons why I can't do the things that y'all are asking me to do at home because of these things.
The
And it's
classic line of "I'm not trying to hit on you."
Like, yeah,
Okay.
understandable. I'm good looking, so
Oh, God, modest. I love that.
yeah.
Jose had some good ones. Next up, Katie's back for Never Have I Ever. And her laugh, it is probably one of the greatest things on the face of this earth. Let's hear what she has to say.
We're back with Katie, and we're doing Never Have I Ever Veterinary Support Staff Edition. I know, these are some good ones, too. Had a drama-free nail trim on a pug.
Maybe once ever.
That pet was most likely under anesthesia.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh, this is a good one. Have you ever told a client, that's just a nipple?
More than once. How many times? More than once. Multiple times. And had the same question, like, it's a male dog. What? Do they really have nipples?
Why do they have nipples?
Do
God.
you have?
Do
do
dudes
males-
not have nipples?
Yep.
Oh gosh, that's such a good one. Okay. All right, let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. Had an owner pet me instead of their own pet.
Yes, most likely. I've had an owner smack my hand.
Oh my gosh. I have-
Jokingly, but like
I can think of a million
It's quite
times
funny.
that a client is trying to console their animal that I'm holding close to me because they're getting
Yep.
out of control and they're petting their pet, but essentially they're petting me at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And you just kind of awkwardly look at them like, I know you recognize that you are like gently petting me right now. Like, I know you have to feel that, you know?
Like, that's not fur. That is an
That's a
arm.
human. Okay, here's another good one. Been bitten right after hearing the statement, oh, he doesn't bite.
No, because I knew the dog was gonna bite me anyways.
That's so true.
I've had
It-
them snap at me and been like, "Oh," and he goes, "Oh, they usually don't do that."
Or like when they're timid in the corner and hiding and they're like, oh, he's the kindest dog in the world. And you're like,
Yeah, okay.
I'll be careful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, I've never seen them do that before.
All right. Well, I love this and I'm grateful you played with me and
Okay.
we'll have to come back for another game like this.
Thanks.
See, Katie's laugh is pretty legit. Up next, we go back to Shelby.
Okay, Shelby, we're going to do part 2 on this. I've got this little sheet, okay, and it's called Never Have I Ever.
Oh,
And this is veterinary edition. All you have to do is just say yes or no. If you have an interesting story that goes along with it, that's fine too. Okay? Okay. 1, have you ever found pocket poop?
Yes.
Haven't we all? Okay. 2, been embarrassed by your own pet's behavior?
No.
Don't lie on this podcast right now with this speaker right by your
My
mouth.
dogs are good. They don't misbehave. Okay, maybe one like whines in a kennel, but
Oh, that's not bad.
my dogs are pretty good.
That's not bad. I'm gonna research
Oh,
this.
well, you know, I only thought about my dogs. My cat is the spawn of Satan. So, yeah, she gets like 300 milligrams of gabapentin just to come to the clinic. So, yeah, I guess my cat is
Oh.
embarrassing.
There it is. I knew we were gonna get that. Nobody's got perfect pets. Okay. All right. Found a testicle in the dryer.
No.
Okay. You know what I have found? Well, I think I have found a testicle in the dryer, but I've found nails from declaws.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely
Ooh,
toenails.
okay. Have you ever farted and blamed the dog?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I love the honesty on that. Thank you for that. Left with all the pins that you came with.
Yes.
You're
I-
protective over your pins.
I washi tape all of my items.
That's
They
a
stay
true
with
technician
me.
right there. That's a true technician right there. Been bitten right after hearing the statement, he doesn't bite.
Absolutely.
All the time. I hadn't even read that one yet. And when I read it, I was like, oh gosh. Famous last words. Okay. Popped all of my joints while standing up.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Ooh, this is a good one. Had a client pay with sweaty bra cash. We live in Texas.
Not sweaty bra cash. I did have someone pull a pouch of sugar gliders out of their bra, though, in an exam room.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a warm spot, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do 2 more for you. All right. Let's see. Have you ever ripped the crack of your scrub pants?
No.
Okay. All right. Have you ever used a tongue depressor as a spork?
Yes.
Yeah. Done.
Mhm.
Every day. That's pretty much lunch every
Yep.
day. Okay.
In our last clip, I catch up with one of the practice managers, Sam. She's been in vet medicine almost as long as I have been, so I was really looking forward to her answers. In fact, we pretty much run through the entire list. Let's see what Sam has to say.
Okay. We're officially going to play the full game of Never Have I Ever. So there's 20 questions, and I've got like one of my favorite people here with me. Tell me, what's your name?
Samantha.
Hi, Samantha. How long have you been a veterinary technician or even in the veterinary profession?
I have been in the profession for just about 20 years, just over 20 years.
Okay, so we're about in line with each other. All right, so
Yes.
we're going to play Never Have I Ever, okay? All right, let's go down this list and we'll answer both of them together, okay? So, number 1, never have I ever found pocket poop.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
have. And it's the worst thing,
Yes.
especially when you think that you're like pulling out something that, like a surprise piece of candy or something.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's not the case. So, okay, have you ever been embarrassed by your own pet's behavior?
Absolutely.
All the time. All right, let's see. Have you ever found a testicle in the dryer?
I have not, no.
I have found cat nails
Oh, I have found those. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
from declaws.
Yes.
So, okay. Ooh, this is a good one for this area. Have you ever found porcupine quills in the dryer?
Oh, absolutely. All the
It
time.
is the worst thing.
Yes.
It is the worst thing because you don't realize it. You run in, grab it, and then
That-
it's
yes.
awful. Be thankful if you're in an area where you don't have porcupines. Have you ever farted and blamed the dog?
no, no, but I have worked with technicians who have totally done that. It's like there is a distinct difference. You can't do that.
No, you certainly can't be blaming the animals.
No.
Okay, let's see. Have you ever left with all the pins that you actually came with? Are you a pin person?
I am. I have mine. I take mine, and then I hunt them down. If I
Yeah,
don't
you
find
strike
them.
me as the type that
Yes.
hunt them down. I wouldn't
Yes.
take, and I steal pins. I have my own pins, and I love pins, and I am the person that will sneak off with someone's pin. But you would scare me. I would not take
Yeah,
your pin.
no.
I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's Sam's pin. Let me put it right back here. So okay. How about this one? Been bitten right after hearing he doesn't bite.
No.
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 Mm.
Mm-mm. You?
You know what? I don't know if I've ever been bitten right after hearing that. I have given owners the benefit of the doubt in believing them,
Yeah.
but still being very cautiously aware. But anytime an owner tells me that their dog doesn't bite, I feel like that's their way of almost admitting that their dog is going to bite and that they want to say that right off the
Yes.
bat. So, okay. Have you ever popped all your joints while standing up?
Yes.
Oh God, what this profession does to our back and our knees, it is a whole different
I
thing.
try to stay away from being out there as much
Yeah.
as possible these days.
Oh
so
my
that I
gosh.
can
I wish
not
I would
embarrass
have.
myself getting up.
You know, one of the ones that it's so bad. You know, one of the things that actually helped me later on in my tech career that I wish I would have done earlier. I wish that I would have done a lifting class earlier in my career. This is a shout out to all the managers out there. If you have the ability, bring a lifting coach in because they will help your staff better understand how to take care of their backs. So, okay. Have you ever gotten anal glands in your mouth?
Not on my mouth, but
On your
definitely
face?
on the face.
Same.
Yes.
Same. Have you ever had a client pay with sweaty bra cash?
once, but that was on a different side of town, and I was not okay with that.
Did you reach out
I
and
was
grab
like,
it?
No, I was like, yes, you can just leave it right there. I'm gonna go grab something else, and I'll be right back. Just leave it on the counter.
Oh gosh, I had a client one time. We're in Texas, and any extra clothing in the middle of our summers. I mean, I understand it, but we had a client that just was against bras,
Oh my
and
gosh.
God love her, she just did not mind. And she would walk in, and she would lift the top half because we had a
no.
taller counter, right? So she'd lift her top self up and then rest herself on the counter while paying. And I mean,
No.
I just remember thinking to myself, if I ever get to a place in my life where I am so comfortable with doing these things, I think I'm going to be living the dream. I think I'm going to be living the dream.
Oh my goodness.
So, okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's see. Ooh, had an owner pet me instead of their own pet.
yes,
It's the most uncomfortable thing.
yes,
Yeah.
especially in euthanasias.
Oh, yeah.
It's really sad.
Oh, yeah. They'd pretty much like big spoon us if it
Yes.
meant being closer to their pet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I like to be big spoon sometimes. All right. Ripped the crack of my scrub pants.
I have not.
I haven't done
No.
that either.
No.
No, but you know what I had one time? I can't believe I'm about to tell the story, but I'm about to tell the story. I used to get, this is the very last of elastic waistbands for me
Mhm.
because I was up getting a pet that was really excited. It was a big lab. Stop laughing. I can see you're laughing already. And the lab jumped up because he was excited,
Yeah.
and his foot caught my pants, my elastic pants, and pulled him like halfway down. Thankfully, there was nobody up there, and the client wasn't paying that much
Yeah.
attention. But I almost got pantsed in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen once or twice with some team members.
So
yeah.
always wear clean underwear.
Yes.
Definitely
wear underwear.
Yeah. Okay. There's a couple more on here. We're going to go through them. Okay. Used a tongue depressor as a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
Been told that, oh, that's just his nipple, or had to tell somebody, oh, that's just his nipple.
I have not personally, but I know that is very common.
Oh my gosh. It's so common.
Absolutely.
Okay. How about this? Heard the words Rockwilder, Bordello shot, or spaded
Yes.
all the time.
Yes. all the
Bordello.
time.
Can I have a Bordello shot, please?
Yes.
This one's going to be a good one for you, and you better tell the truth on this. Taken home as surrendered or homeless pet.
Oh. Yes. Unfortunately.
Yeah, you're known for it. How many
Yes.
pets do you have right now?
I have quite a few. I have enough.
No,
but
tell us the number.
some of the cats that I have had gone home to other people when they were brought back because they didn't work out. So I took them. But
Mm.
I have 3 cats, 4 dogs,
Classic vet tech vibes.
2 tortoises.
Classic vet tech vibes. Okay, we'll
Yes.
ask one more of these, okay? Have you ever had an owner show you their rash or surgical scar?
No.
Really?
No.
You know how many times I've been asked, is this ringworm? And
I've
then
had a tech ask me that before, pull me into the restroom, pull down her pants, and say, "What does this look like? Is this ringworm?" But not a client.
okay,
A
well,
little bit more comfortable.
we're
with
still
that.
going to consider that a story for
Yes.
sure.
Well, that's a wrap on this episode. I really had a great time doing the client fails in the Never Have I Ever Tech Edition. Maybe next time I'll do one with doctors. We'll just have to see. I'd be interested for your feedback. Go over to one of our social media sites, either Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and tell us what you think. If you haven't liked and followed the podcast yet, please do so. And also, maybe share it with a friend. That helps us out a lot. All right. Until next time, everybody, have a great day.